Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday night broadcast, Cairo broadcast sponsored by DE and Band Brothers around the world. Hey, we are literally 2.5 weeks from DE. So DE's coming. It's at the Perimeter, Marriott Perimeter in Atlanta, and it's this July 16th through the 19th. Tomorrow is the last day for the room block. So if you haven't got your room blocked, get it tomorrow because they'll drop their block and you'll have a harder time getting into the hotel. And if you haven't reached out to a friend who needs DE, tonight's the night. Do it. You may save somebody's chiropractic soul by inviting them to DE tomorrow. So, yes, become a member. That way you can come to all the DEs for a much cheaper rate, and you have access to the DEs. I went for a bike ride this morning, and while I was sweating away, I was listening to DE, and it's good to go back and re-listen to something that, like, God, I forgot about this. I got some good things that helped me even in my practice today. So going back and reflecting and watching or listening to the old tapes really helps out a lot. Again, room block stops tomorrow. So get registered at lifede.com. Go to the room block and get your hotel. Call a friend tonight and tell them we'll meet you in Atlanta, and their life will get better. Our speaker tonight is Seth Kaiser. I know you're expecting to see Seth and Kaylee, but it's Seth. Okay, and I was just talking to Seth before we get started. He is originally from Vero Beach, Florida, and for their first few years in practice, he was helping Brian Moriarty in his office. And September, they opened up their own office. He and his wife opened their own office in his hometown in Vero Beach, Florida. Let him tell that story. But, I always love seeing people that I don't know that well because I get to know people better. I see them in the crowd and see them at the DEs, and I'm excited to get to know look under the hood and get to know them a little bit better. So with no further ado, let's hear it for Dr. Seth Kaiser. Take over, brother.
All right. Thanks, Doctor. Appreciate it. My name is Dr. Seth Kaiser. I was a previous associate for Dr. Brian. I was practicing with him for about 3 years. And then after that, back in September, my wife and I decided we wanted to start our own practice. And from there, my wife left Dr. Brian's to start it for a few months, and then I came on full time in February. So since really February, it's been the both of us just working together on the practice, and it's just been a blessing since. I would say, the way that we kind of got this practice was honestly the Lord's plan. That's what he had for us. Kaylee and I really we really wanted to build our practice from the ground up. And when we were going through that process, it just seemed like every door was slamming in our face, just trying to get this off the ground. And honestly, it just wasn't happening for us. But we were even considering like moving out of Vero, trying to go somewhere else, maybe like a little more affordable, all the things. But the Lord had a plan, and that wasn't it. So he actually had the previous owner of our office. She reached out to us out of the blue, and she basically was like, "Hey, I have 2 practices. I want to retire, and I know that you guys do a lot of pediatrics, a lot of pregnancy, so that's what this office is, and I'd love to sell it to you." And honestly, with that whole process, the negotiations with everything, it couldn't have gone better for us. I mean, the payment that we have to this previous owner, it's like not even a car payment. It's just amazing. Since then, we've been really trying to just take this practice to a whole nother level. So when the previous owner had it, she was a family practice, but spent a lot of time doing therapies and stuff. And her frequency with care was kind of hard to re-educate people, because she would have some people come quarterly to get adjusted. And so Kaylee and I came to the practice talking to some of these patients who we inherited. We were like, no, we need to get checked a lot more frequently than that. So it's definitely been an uphill battle since we've taken over the practice to try to just re-educate all our patients and just really get them to understand, like, no, there's so much essential need for you to get checked at least weekly. So that's been the big thing so far. I'd say it's definitely been a season of transition for sure. Like I was saying, with just trying to rework people's mindset behind chiropractic, just re-educating, and then I would say there's just been a lot of distractions outside of the office, and what I mean by that, it really kind of I really got um, I really focused on what Dr. Peter Amlinger said at last DE. He basically talked about how distractions are basically taking away from your purpose, what true chiropractic is. And that really stuck with me after last DE. And I definitely saw that in our community today. So a big thing we see is, and he even said it, the tongue ties always. People coming in wanting to get their primitive reflexes checked, all the things. We have these two cranial fascial therapists that have been in Vero for a very long time, and they do a really good job with what they do. Nothing wrong with them. But everybody in the community, because they've known them for so long, are like, oh, we need to get the fascia checked. We need to do all this fascia stuff. Guys, step back. It's very simple. We need to make sure that everybody is getting cleared of subluxation. Let the innate intelligence just express itself the way it's supposed to. The body will heal. And honestly, trying to just keep that the center of our practice has been the biggest thing for our growth right now. So I've been full-time since February, and since then our practice has jumped a lot. I mean, I remember the first day I started, I saw 2 people in the one day, and now we're jumping at 200 visits a week, and that's amazing, praise God, but we're not done. We absolutely have a lot more work to do, but this is just the start, and so that's just kind of where we're at with that. I would say, honestly, when it comes to the distractions like that, I don't know how many newer doctors are on this call right now. I know there's definitely some absolute legends on this call, so this might be a great reminder. But for the people who haven't been in practice for very long, I would just say, I mean, what is going to be, do you want your practice to grow? Like, if you want it to grow the way that you are saying you like it to, you need to do a few things for sure. Number one, you definitely have to get checked and just live clear. Number one. Number two, you need to get clear on your purpose. And number three, get clear on I would say, just get clear on your principle. So the principle of chiropractic is what we're here for. I mean, it is the truth about how the body heals and how everything just goes about in our life. So I think that just staying clear with that message is going to bring so many people into your office. And honestly, this is a testimony. We've been seeing it so far. Vero Beach right now is not a place where you're seeing a lot of principled chiropractors. Actually, honestly, I'm pretty sure we're the only ones in the entire Vero Beach area. And I think a lot of our growth has to do with we're just talking truth. It's not about the extra things. We're not doing extra stuff. Just keep it simple. Correct the subluxation, talk about innate intelligence and how that's flowing through our life, and that's it. And I would say, honestly, right now, another thing that's been kind of helping us grow, something that we've been living by, and honestly, every chiropractor that has been to DE probably is living by, is the lasting purpose. Let's see, it's to give, love, and serve out of your own abundance without any expectation with anything in return. And I would say with that, there's a lot of things that go into that. And I would think that one of the big things for me, at least, is just showing up for your patients and just loving them. I feel like when I do that, what it looks like is just really slowing down, being intentional, and connecting with someone's nervous system while you're adjusting them. Every adjustment counts. There is not a single one that needs to be rushed. Just breathe with the patient, just let everything just flow and make that effective adjustment. That in itself changes people's lives. And that is just, honestly, that's the truth of what we've been trying to talk about. And let's see. So with that, I mean, it's been growing. Again, we've been growing so much, and it's really just because of that. I honestly, this past week, we've had 20 new patients on the schedule, which was amazing. It's a blessing. Especially for being in summer right now, where people are just all over on vacations, they're doing all the things. So, of course, everybody gets a little slower, but it's just been amazing and just so rewarding to see that no matter what season we're in right now, as long as we're staying clear on our message, people are just going to come. And like I said, I mean, I don't want to brag or anything like that. That's not my intention at all. It's just to say, like, this is where I'm at right now, but this is just the beginning. Me and Kaylee both are just working to try to build our office to be seeing hundreds of people a week. That's the goal. We want to just reach our community and just make a real difference for people. I would say I have a patient that I see. She's about 2 years old. She has a progressive neurological degenerative disorder called Rett's disease. Not sure if anybody's known about that, but she essentially is just going to continue regressing in her development. She's probably not going to have a very long lifespan, so it's a terrible disorder. Honestly, it's not fun to hear about. The parents are doing everything they can to try to just keep her regulated, trying to just make sure that she's getting all the therapy she needs. I mean, she's got an OT, she's got a PT. I'm co-managing with a functional neurologist. She has a team of medical doctors in Miami that they work with. And the one thing that the mom says over and over again is just how she feels so at home because of the love and care that she receives at her office. And again, it's not because I'm doing anything major. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just showing her love and support. And I saw her, I don't know if it's last Friday. She came into the office. 2-year-old got adjusted, and then mom got adjusted, and she went to go lift up the baby, and the baby lifted up her arms to her. And mom just stopped, froze, and started sobbing. She's asking me, "Did you see this? Did you see this?" And I said, "Yeah, I mean, I see it. This is amazing," because it's another first for her. And, it was just such a wonderful feeling because the mom basically said it while she was sobbing. She's like, "Dr. Seth, we want to just thank you because of the love and support that you give to us every single time we come in here. Because every single time she comes to this office, this is when she gets her first of any type of thing she does." And, it just kind of makes me tear up thinking about it. I mean, the impact that we can give to somebody is just life-changing. And I think that really has to really remind people, like, in your hands, we have so much power. God chose us to be chiropractors, to lay our hands on people and let them heal. And there's just so much power in it. And it's just a joy to be able to now have my own practice, to be able to do this with others. Obviously, I was doing it with Brian the whole time, but I feel like it's just something special that coming from something that we started ourselves. I would say for anybody that's really resonated with this or just really liked what we said, there's so much more of this at DE. So I would absolutely recommend anybody who either hasn't been to DE, make sure that you go in 2.5 weeks. I know I'm going to be going, so I'd love to hear everybody. I'd like to talk to a lot more people about practice, life, everything. If you have any questions, I'd love to be available to talk to you. But that's pretty much what I had today, pretty short and sweet. So I appreciate you guys letting me talk. Love and appreciate you.
Short, sweet, but very powerful, my man. That was good. That was good. What's the little girl's name?
Her name is Lucy.
Lucy. I mean, just, like you said, she feels loved, right? And best healer of all time was a guy named Jesus or Jesus, and love was his technique. And I think that's what we all are trying to strive to do. So let me kind of go backtrack to what you said. When Kaylee started to practice, took over from the other doctor, how many people was she seeing per week?
Per week, I want to say, and mind you, a lot of people left right when so that happened. So I want to say it was probably 40, something like that. Yeah.
And that was in November.
That was back in September.
And here we are in June, and you're seeing over 200 a week.
Just about, yeah.
That's freaking pretty good, my friend. You're doing really well. And I think a lot of those people out there watching are pretty amazed. They should be. And you may have a lot of people come up and ask you at D, what did you guys do? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So be ready for those questions, okay?
Absolutely. I'm ready to ask a bunch of questions too. I'm always happy to learn new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, you're rocking it, doing a great job. Keep up the good job, and we will see you in 2 weeks, right?
We will see you.
All right, everybody. Go have a great holiday weekend. Put your fingers up. Everybody has 10 of these. Let's make sure we have 10 of these after the holiday. Happy birthday, America. Love y'all, and see you at DE. Thanks, Seth.